Jawhar al-Saqili, Abu al-Hussein Jawhar bin Abdullah, Sicily 928, Cairo January 28, 992, also known as Jawhar al-Rumi, was the most important and famous leader in Fatimid history. He is the founder of the Fatimid city of Cairo and the builder of the Al-Azhar mosque. The countries of Morocco, Egypt, Palestine, the Levant, and the Hijaz, and Jawhar al-Saqili is attributed to the Shiites, and it is known that the Fatimids are attributed to the Shiites. Al-Mu'izz din Allah sent his army commander, Jawhar al-Saqili, to seize Egypt from the Abbasids, so he entered it and founded the Fatimid city of Cairo. Jawhar was born on the island of Sicily, located in the Mediterranean around 316 AH/928 AD, and was attributed to it. Sicily was at that time a Fatimid emirate. He was brought as a young man to Mahdia during the Fatimid rule of al-Mansur Billah, and he received a military education. He joined the army and rose in it until after that he became the commander of the Fatimid forces during the reign of al-Mu'izz din Allah. He soon proved the essence of his competence by annexing Egypt, which was under the rule of the Ikhshidids and the Sultan of the Abbasids, to the Sultan of the Fatimids. An old photo of Al-Azhar. When Jawhar settled in Egypt, he established the city of Cairo in the year 969 by order of Caliph al-Mu'izz din Allah, with the aim of making it the capital of the Fatimid state. He also ordered the construction of the Al-Azhar mosque to be a global scientific and religious center. Then he marched an army to Damascus and conquered it, then he ruled it. And the glad tidings reached his master, al-Mu'izz, by taking the country while he was in Africa in the middle of the holy month of Ramadan, and inviting him to march to him. Banu al-Abbas says, "Have you conquered Egypt? Tell Banu al-Abbas, the matter has been decided." Alexandria has transcended the essence of his reading of glad tidings, and victory has preceded him. Jawhar al-Sicilian ruled Egypt for 4 years on behalf of the Fatimid Caliph, and after al-Mu'izz arrived in Cairo, he was not entrusted with a new mission until the Carmatian threat appeared in the Levant, so al-Mu'izz sought the help of God's religion in the year 364 AH equals 974 AD, to fight them, and when al-Mu'izz died in 365 AH, he took over the caliphate after him, al-Aziz, and during his reign, Aftakin of the Buyids seized Damascus and expelled its ruler by the Fatimids, Ryan al-Qadim, and made the sermon in the Levant to the Abbasid Caliph after it was for the Fatimid Caliph. So the Caliph al-Aziz decided to seek the help of Jawhar al-Saqili to restore his possession in the Levant, so Jawhar al-Saqili went out to regain Damascus and besieged it 7 months, so he sent Aftakin to al-Hussein bin Ahmed from the Carmatians to join him in fighting the Fatimids, so he answered him and marched with an army to Damascus. When Jawhar found himself in front of 2 armies, the army of Iftakin and the army of Carmatians, he preferred to return to Egypt, so it was only from Iftakin and al-Hussein Karmati that they hoped for his defeat, so they followed him and met at the city of Ramla in Palestine, so Jawhar sent to the dear Caliph asking him for military support, so the dear Caliph went out by God by himself, in a great army. He was able to defeat Iftakin and the Carmatians, disperse them, and restore Damascus in the year 368 AH. His death. In the month of Dhu al-Qida of the year 381 AH, Jawhar became ill, so al-Aziz returned him, and sent him 5,000 dinars, then Prince Mansur bin Abdulaziz also sent him with another 5,000 dinars, and Jawhar died in the year 381 AH. Al-Aziz sent the spices and the shroud to the deceased, so he was shrouded in 70 garments, between weighted and embroidered with gold, then Al-Aziz prayed for him, and he was buried in the great caravan. His father succeeded him. Unification of Morocco. In the year 348 AH, al-Mu'izz sent an army led by Jawhar al-Saqili to the far Maghrib after they broke the Pledge of Allegiance and showed their loyalty to the Umayyad prince of Andalusia. The Atlantic, so Jawhar al-Saqili ordered to catch fish and put them in a bowl of water and send them to the goats for the religion of God as a sign from him that he had performed the task in the best way. 2 prisoners in iron cages, and they entered Cairo on a memorable day. The conquest of Egypt and the building of Cairo. The Fatimids tried to conquer Egypt 3 previous times until the Fatimid caliphate assumed power in the Maghrib. The Fatimid caliph al-Mu'izz-Din Allah, who was determined to conquer Egypt, so he equipped a great army that numbered 100,000 soldiers, and put Jawhar al-Saqili under its leadership. The Fatimid Imam al-Mu'izz-Din Allah went out by himself to bid farewell to the commander Jawhar al-Saqili, and he stayed for days in his camp, and he used to meet with Jawhar every day, and he went out to him one day. If the essence of this alone goes out to conquer Egypt and enters Egypt with robes without war, and settles in the ruins of Ibn Tuluan and builds a city called Cairo. Then he reviewed the army and bid farewell to the generals and princes. This great military parade was described by the Ismaili poet Ibn Hani, where he says in a long poem of more than 90 lines, the beginning of which says, "I saw with my own eyes more than what I used to hear, and I was terrified of a more wonderful day of gathering. In the morning, the horizon was blocked by another, and the sun set again from where it looked. I did not know when I was greeted how to bid farewell, and I did not know when I was bid farewell." Al-Mu'izz provided his army with abundant funds and what it needed during the travel phase. The land army also supported a number of naval ships to dock at the port of Alexandria. The campaign set out on Rabi al-Thani 14 in the year 358 AH/February 969 AD from the city of Cairo under the leadership of Jawhar al-Saqili, and entered Alexandria, so its people surrendered it without a fight. The people of Fustat realized that they had no choice but to repel the armies of the Fatimids, so the vizier Ja'far ibn al-Furat sent a messenger from the Alawites to Jawhar al-Sicilian, asking him for safety, and Jawhar agreed and wrote a covenant to spread justice, spread tranquility, and leave freedom to the Egyptians to perform their religious rituals. On the 17th of Shaban, Jawhar entered Fustat, the capital of Egypt, and the vizier Ja'far ibn al-Furat and all the nobles and scholars went out to receive him and welcomed him. A country extending from the Atlantic Ocean in the west to the Red Sea in the east. Jawhar built a large palace for Almotes, with an area of 70 acres, on a land of 340 acres, and the Fatimid Caliph al-Mu'izz-Din Allah arrived in Egypt in Ramadan 362 AH/June 973 AD, and took it as his headquarters. And Cairo became the capital of the state. In the end, I thank Jason for your follow-up. We hope to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button, and do not forget to like. We also await your support through the Super Chat and the Thank You feature.